John Fraunces, one stock you like in the Turner Medical Sciences long-short fund is Eli Lilly. Stock's up around 20% year-to-date. Every analyst or fund manager I have on my show absolutely loves it. So why do you like it?
Well, yeah, you have to remember, this is a stock that's growing a lot faster than its pharmaceutical peer group. They've made some great strides in their oncology portfolio, and they also came out with some news about one of their diabetes medicines showing positive cardiovascular outcome study. That really wasn't expected by a lot of analysts, and I don't think is fully embedded into the stock. I think what you're going to see over time is that the diabetes franchise is going to increase in sales at the expense of the DPP-4 inhibitor class, and that's going to be a good tailwind for them, for the next 2 to 3 years.
All right, you're also bullish on Prothena. This is in the immunotherapy space. Stock's up over 200% this year. It's run from, I think, around 20 to almost 70. That said, it's got a pretty big market cap. I think it's about a $2 billion market cap for a company with $3 million in sales. Does it deserve it?
Well, bear in mind, they have a $600 million collaboration with Roche for this Parkinson's program. And really, this is a serious unmet medical need. And they have an antibody that truly could be a disease-modifying treatment for these patients. And it's a very exciting program. They also have something in amyloidosis. And so there's two potentially transformative therapies for these particular conditions. We're going to see data coming out over the next 2 to 3 quarters that I think will bear itself out as being positive signals. We've already seen it earlier in the year in March, and that's what really got the stock driving, was showing proof of concept in the Parkinson's disease patients. So we're still very bullish about it, but we take, from time to time in the fund, we will take profits when we see it having aberrantly high moves.
All right, you're also like Achillion. This stock's down around 25% year-to-date. They're in the hepatitis C space. Mm-hmm. It's heavily shorted stock. Over 20% of the shares of the float is sold short. So clearly there's people are betting against it. So do you think they have any merit? Why do you like it?
Well, a lot of people didn't like this stock because they wanted to see management sell the company to J&J, whoever else wanted to get into the HCV space. A lot of people also think that the Hep C market is going to not go away, but be much diminished after the bolus of patients that AbbVie and Gilead are taking now come down a bit. But from our perspective, regimens for HCV are only going to shorter treatment duration and going for pan-genotypic type of activity. And we think they have one of the best combinations, along with J&J's assets, that should be able to come out by the 2017-2018 timeframe. The other interesting thing about this stock is that J&J now owns 13.5% of the company. The Factor D program that they have, which nobody gives any value for, is finally going into the clinic probably first quarter of next year. We think in the second quarter they can show some proof of concept of complement inhibition. This is going to start to give the company a lot more value for an asset that right now is not in anybody's models, and could potentially make it an acquisition target for a company like J&J or something like Alexion.
You mentioned AbbVie. Now, you are not constructive or positive on AbbVie. They're also in the hepatitis C space. Tell me your view of what's going on with AbbVie right now, because they've had some problems in the last few weeks.
I don't like any company that, they've had great success with Humira, but it's just one of these drugs that, they're kind of a victim of their own success. It's maybe 55% of their revenues, I believe, right now. And the question is, what competition's coming down there? Well, we saw some really good data from Lilly for one of their products recently presented at a medical meeting, showing in a head-to-head comparison that they actually had statistically significant better efficacy than Humira. And so we think when that drug comes to market, I think it's going to be late sometime next year, it's going to be a real powerful competitor. Plus, it's an orally available drug, and I think that offers a lot of convenience advantages over Humira, which is injectable.
All right, well, thanks a lot, John.
Great, glad to be here.
And thank you for watching The Street.